Warm greetings to all of you. Today we are discussing about community and community ecology. A biotic community or community is a group of populations living in a particular area. Communities consist of various kinds of plants, animals and microorganisms of a given area. So we can say community is an organized ecological unit. And community ecology is an expanding and rich subfield of ecology which study the organization and functioning of communities. A forest, a pond, and a desert are natural communities. There are two main types of communities, namely major community and minor community. Major community is a large community. It is a self-sustaining, self-regulating, and independent unit. Major communities encloses a number of minor communities within it. Pond community and forest community are some of the major communities. Minor communities are smaller ecological unit. It is not a self-sustaining unit and dependent on other communities for energy. An example of a minor community is the collection of organisms which live in a tree or in a piece of dead wood on the forest floor. Now let us have a look at the characteristic features of a community. The important characteristic features that we discuss include community diversity, community structure, community dominance, community periodicity, community interdependence, stratification, ecotone and edge effect, ecological niche, concepts of community, and ecological succession. Community diversity. A community is a heterogeneous assemblage of plants and animals and also microbes that differ taxonomically from each other. But they are interdependent and also depend on the abiotic factors of the habitat. The second characteristic is community structure. Each community has a definite structure that determines the flow of nutrients and materials in the community. It is formed of three groups of organisms, namely producers, consumers, and decomposers. So each organism within a community can be categorized within a specific trophic level. The green plants and algae constitute the producers. They synthesize their own food materials utilizing carbon dioxide, water, minerals, chlorophyll, and solar energy. Consumers are the heterotrophs and they depend on other organisms for their nutrition. The primary consumers or herbivores eat plant material, while secondary consumers and tertiary consumers, that is the carnivores, and also the omnivores eat the primary consumers. The decomposers consume dead plant and animal material, thereby recycling the nutrients back to the earth. One or a few species of a community play a dominant role by virtue of their number, size, and activities. These species are called community dominants, and the community is often named after them. The removal of community dominant from a community affects the community drastically. In a forest community, the trees form the community dominance, and in a grassland, the grass forms the dominant group. Next characteristic is community periodicity. Periodicity actually refers to the rhythmic activity of an organism for food, shelter, and reproduction. The periodicity of a community is correlated to the seasonal changes, day and night, lunar rhythms, and the inherent property of the animal. The daily periodicity is due to day and night, and accordingly, some organisms are active in the day. They are called diurnal organisms, and some others are active in the night. Such organisms are known as nocturnal organisms. Marine community usually exhibit lunar periodicity. Similarly, the photosynthesis and opening of flower are the daily periodicities in plants. The next characteristic is community interdependence. Various species in a community are interdependent. There are three main forms of interdependence. They are nutritional interdependence, reproductive interdependence, and protective interdependence. Nutritional interdependence describes the transfer of energy and nutrients through feeding. Reproductive interdependence. The common example for reproductive interdependence is pollination that is present within most of the communities. Another example for reproductive interdependence is that of cuckoos, which lay their own eggs in the nest of other birds. Protective interdependence is the third form of interdependence. For example, insects living on a tree are dependent on the leaves and branches of the tree to shelter them from predation by birds. We will discuss the rest of the characteristics of community in the next session. Thank you all, and we'll get back to you soon.